So, Marius, at last I find you.
Tyrael, yes. Yes, now I recognize you. I should have known you'd travel in disguise. They're always watching.
I've been searching for you for a long time, Marius. I was rather beginning to think you didn't want to be found.
Oh, forgive me, Tyrael, please. It wasn't my fault.
Not your fault. Tell me, Marius, how was it not your fault?
The Wanderer. Yes, it was the Wanderer. My days at the Rogue Citadel seemed so long ago. I sought refuge from my memories in the company of other outcasts, high in the mountains past the Eastern Gate. Sleep for days at a time. For when I dreamt, the memories would return. Memories of the monastery and the evil which had claimed it. Dreams, memories. I couldn't tell the difference anymore. Evil from my dreams followed me at my heels. How had he found me here? How could this broken shell of a man, barely able to carry the weight of his own sword, be the burning terror which drove me to hide here? He seemed to have demons of his own. He struggled to contain. He was losing. As I watched, I became convinced that I was truly mad. The terror, the destruction, the evil I witnessed. How else could I explain them? Were these the demons from my dream, or were they born within the Wanderer? Why did I follow him? I don't know. Why do things happen as they do in dreams? All I know is that when he beckoned, I had to follow him. And from that moment, we traveled together east. Always into the east.
Good day. Greetings, stranger. I'm not surprised to see your kind here. Many adventurers have traveled this way since the recent troubles began. No doubt you've heard about the tragedy that befell the town of Tristram. Well, some say that Diablo, the Lord of Terror, walks the world again. I don't know if I believe that. But a dark wanderer did travel this route a few weeks ago. He was headed east to the mountain pass guarded by the rogue monastery. Maybe it's nothing, but evil seems to have trailed in his wake. You see, shortly after the wanderer went through, the monastery's gates to the pass were closed, and strange creatures began ravaging the countryside. Until it's safer outside the camp and the gates are reopened, I'll remain here with my caravan. I hope to leave for Lutga Lane before the shadow that fell over Tristram consumes us all. If you're still alive then, I'll take you along. You should talk to Akara, too. She seems to be the leader of this camp. Maybe she can tell you more.
Greetings, young sorceress. It is good to see more of your kind at work in the world these dark days. In my opinion, the world needs more women to fight against the Great Shadow. But I am forgetting my manners. I am Akara, High Priestess of the Sisterhood of the Sightless Eye. I welcome you, traveler, to our camp, but I'm afraid I can offer you but poor shelter within these rickety walls. You see, our ancient sisterhood has fallen under a strange curse. The mighty citadel, from which we have guarded the gates to the east for generations, has been corrupted by the evil demoness Andariel. I still can't believe it. But she turned many of our sister rogues against us and drove us from our ancestral home. Now the last defenders of the sisterhood are either dead or scattered throughout the wilderness. I implore you, stranger, please help us. Find a way to lift this terrible curse, and we will pledge our loyalty to you for all time. There is a place of great evil in the wilderness. Kasha's rogue scouts have informed me that a cave nearby is filled with shadowy creatures and horrors from beyond the grave. I fear that these creatures are massing for an attack against our encampment. If you are sincere about helping us, find the dark labyrinth and destroy the foul beasts. May the Great Eye watch over you. I understand that Cain is the last descendant of the ancient Horodrim, and that his knowledge of their lore is vast. He could prove to be very useful in discerning the nature of our current crisis. I should add that many rogue scouts have died in that horrible place. We cannot afford to lose any more. If you choose to enter that den of evil, you must do so alone.
Welcome, Outlander, to our glorious hovel. I know you're here to challenge the evil that's driven us from our ancestral home. But know this. Akara may be our spiritual leader, but I command the rogues in battle. It will take more than just killing a few beasts in the wilderness to earn my trust. If we could only find out how Andariel has managed to corrupt our sisters, then perhaps we could drive out the evil clouding their minds. The demons in that cave have claimed many of my finest archers. I wonder how you will fare.
Yes? Akara is the rogue's high priestess. She sells the few magic items in her possession and can even heal your wounds. She is very wise and will help you if she can. One who seeks that cave seeks death.
Good day to you, partner. I'm Geed, and I can already tell that I'll be your best friend in this forsaken camp. A spare weapon, some gold, a small gem is all I want in exchange for the equipment you'll need on whatever quest you might undertake. No, don't be shy. All of my items are guaranteed for life and come with a 2-day warranty. That old coot Kane is as crazy as a wet quill rat. I hear he survived whatever happened in Tristram. Personally, I wouldn't trust a thing he has to say. You're a brave soul. I'd sooner thrust my sacred scepter into the foulest carbuncular troll than set one boot into that cave.
Hi there, I'm Charcy, the blacksmith here in camp. It's good to see some strong adventurers around here. Many of our sisters fought bravely against Diablo when he first attacked the town of Tristram. They came back to us true veterans, bearing some really powerful items. Seems like their victory was short-lived though. Most of them are now corrupted by Andariel. I don't know why some of my sisters chose to follow Andariel. Those who strayed were among our finest warriors. The beasts from the cave have begun to roam throughout the countryside. You'd better be careful out there.
Evil beware. This place is trouble.
This cave has been purged of evil.
You have cleansed the den of evil. You've earned my trust, and may yet restore my faith in humanity. Your reward is training in the skill of your choice. Though he has only been our guest for a short time, I sense that Wareve has faced many harrowing trials. Though he knows as I do that a terrible evil has blanketed the land, his only real concern is to reach the eastern trading ports with his caravan.
Hello. My rogue scouts have just reported an abomination in the monastery graveyard. Apparently, Andariel is not content to take only our living. Bloodraven, one of our finest captains in the battle against Diablo at Tristram, was also one of the first to be corrupted by Andariel. Now you'll find her in the monastery graveyard, raising our dead as zombies. We cannot abide this defilement. If you are truly our ally, you will help us destroy her. Akara has been like a mother to me for as long as I can remember. She is wise and good, but I don't think she has the steel to retake our monastery by force. Death has done nothing to weaken Bloodraven's combat skills. If anything, she's more deadly than ever.
Greetings. Bloodraven fought valiantly against Diablo in the catacombs beneath Tristram. She was never quite the same afterwards. It is now obvious she brought an evil influence back with her.
Good evening. Akara is the rogue's high priestess. She sells the few magic items in her possession and can even heal your wounds. She is very wise and will help you if she can. That which does not kill you makes you stronger. How can one kill what is already dead?
Not in town.
What you need? The only good demon is a dead one, I say. By the way, did you happen to find anything in that cave you'd like to sell? I'm sorry. The undead are bad for trade. I have a strict no-return policy.
Good to see you. Akara, our priestess and seer, is most upset by the corruption of our sisters. I fear that she blames herself. You are truly brave and skillful. Akara was worried about you. Bloodraven was the leader of a rogue band that once fought Diablo at Tristram.
Take care. The corrupted rogues in the wilderness ahead are not to be trifled with.
I am overburdened. magic at work here. Rest now, Blood Raven.
Good day. I can hardly believe that you've defeated Bloodraven. Though she was once my closest friend, I pray that her tortured spirit remains banished forever. You have earned my respect, stranger, and the allegiance of the rogues. I have placed several of my best warriors at your disposal.
It is clear that we are facing an evil difficult to comprehend, let alone combat. There is only one Haradrim sage, schooled in the most arcane history and lore, who could advise us. His name is Deckard Cain. You must go to Tristram and find him, my friend. I pray that he still lives. Andariel must be made to pay for her sacrilege. Tristram is too far to journey by foot. Cain would likely be dead when you arrived. However, there is a magical portal that will take you there instantly. To open it, one must stand within the circle of cairnstones and touch them in a certain order. The proper order can be found in the runes written on the bark of the Tree of Inifis. You must find the sacred Tree of Inifis and bring back its bark. I will translate the runes to unlock the stone's mystic pattern.
The Sisterhood welcomes you. I can hardly believe that you've defeated Bloodraven. The bark of Inifis holds mystical runes. Akara can translate them into our revenge.
Good day. You've done well, stranger. I hope all your efforts are worth it. Months ago, I came across a few survivors from Tristram. They said that Cain had gone half-mad and could no longer distinguish fact from fantasy.
Greetings! Some of those gals weren't so nice the first time around. I would sooner micturate in a tankard of my own ale than journey to Tristram.
Good day. If you bring back the bark of Inifis, Akara will tell you how to get to Tristram.
This ancient tree has an aura of magic about it.
Ah, very good. I have translated the runes on this scroll. You must find the cairn stones and touch them in the order that I have written.
Tristram was no match for Diablo's fury. I need mana. Deckard Cain! Get to the rogue camp! I am overburdened. Not enough mana.
Good day. As a token of my gratitude, I will identify items for you at no charge. Regrettably, I could do nothing to prevent the disaster which devastated Tristram. It would appear that our greatest fears have come to pass. Diablo, the Lord of Terror, has once again been set loose upon the world. As you know, some time ago, Diablo was slain beneath Tristram, and when our hero emerged triumphant from the labyrinth beneath town, we held a grand celebration that lasted several days. Yet, as the weeks passed, our hero became increasingly aloof. He kept his distance from the rest of the townsfolk and seemed to lapse into a dark, brooding depression. I thought that perhaps his ordeal had been so disturbing that he simply could not put it out of his mind. The hero seemed more tormented every passing day. I remember he awoke many times, screaming in the night, always something about the East. One day he simply left, and shortly thereafter Tristram was attacked by legions of foul demons. Many were slain, and the demons left me to die in that cursed cage. I believe now that Tristram's hero was that dark wanderer who passed this way before the monastery fell. I fear even worse, my friend. I fear that Diablo has taken possession of the hero who sought to slay him. If true, Diablo will become more powerful than ever before. You must stop him, or all will be lost. Long ago, the Soul Stones were given to the Horadrim by the Archangel Tyrael. They were used to bind the three prime evils. I now know that even these holy artifacts were no match for Diablo's power. I hope that his two brothers are more securely held, but I fear the worst. As a token of my gratitude, regrettably, I could do nothing to prevent the disaster which
Good day. I don't trust many Outlanders, but Warreef seems fine. He never says much to me, though. Again, you amaze me, Outlander. The Sisterhood is grateful to you for delivering Cain to us. I believe Akara has something to tell you.
You have risked your life to rescue Cain. For that we thank you. You must seek his counsel immediately. Our mental discipline is matched only by our skill in archery. I only hope these are enough to withstand this awful trial. You have risked your life to rescue Cain. For that we thank you.
Your presence honors me. It's easy to become lost in the wilderness on the way to the Citadel. After you have come to the Cairnstones, you must remember that the path continues through the caves.
Let's deal, my friend. Andariel's demonic forces have taken up residence in the forest as well as the monastery. I won't be venturing out of the camp. So if you need anything, I'll be right here. Ah, Cain is here. Another customer. I haven't been this pleased since a love-starved maiden let down a bit more than her hair.
Good day. When I fled the monastery, I left behind the Horadric Malice, my enchanted smithing hammer. If you can retrieve it for me, I'll use its magic to strengthen your equipment. Warreef's all right, I guess. He seems too serious most of the time. I haven't really talked to him all that much. The monastery can confuse even those who know it well. Stay alert in there.
I hope the sisters appreciate this thing.
Greetings. Oh, thanks so much for returning the Horadric Malice. I will now imbue one of your items with magical powers. Akara, our priestess sincere, is most upset by the corruption of our sisters. I fear that she blames herself.
It is certain that we face the Demon Queen, Andariel, who has corrupted the Rogue Sisterhood and defiled their ancestral monastery. This does not bode well for us, my friend. Ancient Horadric texts record that Andariel and the other lesser evils once overthrew the three prime evils, Diablo, Mephisto, and Baal, banishing them from hell to our world. Here they caused mankind untold anguish and suffering before they were finally bound within the Soul Stones. Andariel's presence here could mean that the forces of hell are once again aligned behind Diablo and his brothers. If this is true, then I fear for us all. You must kill her before the monastery becomes a permanent outpost of hell and the way east lost forever. The magical effects imbued by the malice are impossible to predict, but are always to the good. Diablo is heading east for some foul purpose, and the only passage east is through the monastery gate. Obviously, Diablo summoned Andariel to block any pursuit. For her part, Andariel hopes to win Diablo's favor. The lesser demons are always vying for positions of power within the unholy hierarchy. Have I told you about the Horadrim? They were an ancient confederation of mage clans who sought to bind the three prime evils for eternity. The Horadrim are now nearly forgotten, and it appears that the bonds they wove are unraveling. As the last of the Horadrim, I pray that I can help you remedy their failure.
Not in town.
Yes? Before our exile, Charcy, our blacksmith, could fashion any implement of war. Here in the camp, she merely makes stew. Her best tools remain within the monastery. Now that the Horadric malice is back in our possession, we shall use it to deliver a great blow against the evil which torments this land. I can imagine 1,000 different ways to kill Andariel. You need only choose one.
Greetings. The Sisterhood of the Sightless Eye has a long and distinguished history. Over the generations, our order has become a deadly fighting force, as well as a bastion for women who sought to forge their own destiny. Yet beware, young one. The lure of power and knowledge can lead to disaster. I have seen ambition foul the bravest of hearts, and recklessness dull hard-won wisdom. You would do well to tread lightly upon the dark path you're chosen to explore. Andariel has desecrated all we hold dear. She must not be permitted to serve Diablo. Destroy her. The corruption of our order must be undone.
Good morning. Kane seems to have great wisdom regarding the supernatural. I hope I never live to be that wise. I am glad the hammer has returned, and you with it. The map makers tell us the shortest distance between 2 points is a straight line. Our way east is a line that runs through Andario's stronghold, the monastery.
Good morning. Andario's demonic forces have taken up residence in the forest as well as the monastery. I won't be venturing out of the camp. So if you need anything, I'll be right here. I guess it's too late to take back some of the names I called you? You're going after Andario? One of my wagon wheels is in need of repair. I'll be under the wagon if I'm needed.
Not here.
Good to see you. Akara, our priestess and seer, is most upset by the corruption of our sisters. I fear that she blames herself. Send Andario back to the hell she came from.
I need mana. Evil Queen has fallen. I am overburdened.
to see you. This is a great victory indeed, but many more battles await. I will accompany you on your journey, lending what assistance I can. Remember, Diablo is still out there, seeking something in the desert. I'm afraid that this nightmare will not end until you find what it is that he seeks. It takes time to master your skills, and use will hone your technique. But take care to choose your new skills wisely. Quickly in and quickly out is all the advice I can give you.
And Dariel's death brings about renewed life for us all. We mourn the loss of our dear sisters, but at least now we can get on with our lives. I may have misjudged you, Outlander. You are a true hero, and testament to the noble spirit which has inspired our order for generations. Farewell, my friend. Before our exile, Charcy, our blacksmith, could fashion any implement of war. Here in the camp, she merely makes stew. Her best tools remain within the monastery. Have you suddenly lost your taste for wealth?
Finally, we may rejoice. We owe you a debt we can never repay. I only hope that in time, we will be able to rebuild our order. All our thanks go with you, my friend. Even though the corrupted ones were once of our order, you need not shy from slaying them, for they stand between you and Andariel. Perhaps when the Demon Queen is dead, our sisters will return to life. But more likely, they will be forever bound to their unholy pact. There is no more I can tell you about that ancient tower.
Yes? Kara and Kasha are sisters in the Order of the Sightless Eye, but they're worlds apart. Kara is a slow river of magic, Kasha, a viper of war. They're both deeply devoted to their religious order, yet the corruption of their sisters pains them both to no end. Guess what? I've named a boil on my ass after you. It too bothers me every time I sit down. I'm gonna party like it's $9.99.
Greetings. Oh, I like Geed. He's very funny. He has all sorts of interesting stories from the places he's been. I wish I could see the sights he has. You're not ready to give up, are you? You'll probably go east now. It was good to know you. I hope you'll come back if you ever need anything.
Good day. The caravan is prepared. We may now journey eastward to Lut Gholein. I'll gladly take you eastward. If you can drive the evil from the monastery, then the rogues may reopen the pass through the mountains. Better an empty pocket than a full grave.